Are you ready to break out of the prison that the state, the county, the city has put you in and myself in? I think we all are. After all, the word lockdown, that's a prison term, isn't it? They're turning your city, your community, your neighborhood into a prison. In reality, slavery of the old, of the past, there was chains involved. The slave masters would brand them and put metal barb? No, what did they put on them? Yeah, the metal brands. They would burn them to identify their territory. Now, slavery of modern day era is in your head. Who owns you? Who's your master? That's a real question I'm asking you in 2020. You got to get permission to go on the beach, permission to leave your house. What's going on here? The criminal syndicate, which has been behind the scenes for generations, is making itself known to you and seeing what you'll do. It's completely illogical and violates your natural rights. In fact, I was in Santa Cruz, California on Friday, the 1st, at the beach, going in the water, sunbathing, no problem. Over 100 people out there. But then Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, magically says, now, the next day on Saturday, you can only be sunbathing from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is how politicians think. Oh, do you know what happens if you don't obey? They don't know what to do. They can arrest a few people. They can fine a few people. But mass civil disobedience, they cannot handle. It shows how powerless they are. And now they're talking about their contact tracers. We got the army of tracers, contact tracers. What's that? That means they're going to follow who you've met in the past 30 days, 60 days. If you got the COVID, and we're going to find out who's the source of it. Come on. This whole thing's not about the COVID. It's about tracking dissenters like you and me. People who have an independent mind and will not be persuaded by their propaganda. Just like in the Soviet Union, someone had a mental disorder and the van would come and take them away to a mental hospital. It's happening right now. Freedom is what they hate. Self-defense is what they hate. Truth is what they hate. Yeah, Gavin Newsom's definitely involved. Trump? Probably. Biden, all these senators, Pelosi, mayors. The mayor in LA said snitches get rewards. That's what contact tracing is snitches hired with your tax money to track and trace you, to spy on you and report on what's going on. The criminal entity known as the state is no longer hiding. It's now open for anybody to see. So instead of an army of contact tracers, it's almost like we need an army of voluntarists. And even better than an army, it's more of like an alliance of voluntarists, because voluntarists don't initiate violence, unlike the army. And again, I can't throw the entire army under the bus. I'm sure there's good people in there. I have family members who are in the military, so I know there's nice, loving people in there. But we got to get an alliance of voluntarists going. That's if you want freedom for your kids, for your grandkids. These guys are trying to reshape humanity. You know the forced vaccines are coming. They are admitting it. Bill Gates is getting exposed. Fauci's getting exposed. All these courageous people coming out. And this is calling you to be courageous. Calling me to be courageous. Calling the people who want to stand up to the powers. Whenever I see the road pirates out there, I always get a little bit nervous. Yep, I admit it. I was schooled well by the state school system. I don't want these guys stealing my money under color of law. So the price of freedom is eternal intention. We must intend to pass freedom on to our kids and grandkids. You must intend. If you want to. I intend to. I love freedom. Freedom is the deal. Health freedom, financial freedom, relationship freedom, spiritual freedom, communication freedom, transportation freedom, artistic freedom, creative freedom, educational freedom, family freedom. All of it is beautiful. Freedom is precious, is sacred. And it's under attack, so we got to set some major intentions. Are you game? Come on, let's set some major intentions to be bold, to be courageous, to speak your truth to one stranger today, tonight, tomorrow. Just tell a random stranger. Hey, this whole COVID thing's a scam. It's okay, you can take your mask off. Tell them, hey, the government's organized crime. Or, hey, did you know the Federal Reserve is a private bank that prints money and lends it back to the government at interest? There's a bunch of questions you could ask. Speak your truth once today. And some of you are speaking it many times. So speak it twice. Speak it 5 times. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Tell strangers. Sometimes strangers are more receptive. Break the mental chains. The time is now. Speak up. The only other better time to speak the truth and freedom was yesterday. And now it's today. Let's go.